What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to JWE Screenshots. This time we are doing another Let's Explore video with an incredible user-created park known as Buckland-Mantell Paleontological Reserve. This was sent to me by Requiem921 on Discord to check out their park build. Now, apparently they have been working on this park since the very first update of the game, and it definitely shows. It is huge and there's so much to see, so I think we're probably going to have to break this up into two videos, so I do apologize ahead of time, but that just means more time that you get to spend on this adventure with me. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into first person mode right in the front of our park here. It definitely is giving a reserve vibe, if I were to be completely honest. It's very nice though. Now, it does appear that we have a gift shop, as well as an information booth, and a full-service buffet, and a nice little checkout area over here. As we enter the park, we see a statue of Mr. T-Rex looking absolutely fantastic, as always. Now, we're going to go ahead and see what our first... Wow. So... when I say I've seen this park, I've seen it by making videos of the dinosaurs. I haven't explored it on a level. This is kind of my first time as well, and that's usually how it goes when I make these videos. So I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys are to see some of this really cool stuff. So this little entranceway over here is very cool to Cloverly Canyon, and it looks like all the dinosaurs are mapped out using these arrows here, and it looks like you can get to them by going either way. So why don't we start with, let's see what we got here. You know, because Prehistoric is the best, well, objectively the best dinosaur, we're going to go this way first. But we have to make sure that we are stopping and seeing everything, or as much as I can remember to see. And it looks like our first dinosaur species, right as you enter here, which is kind of a perfect dinosaur. To be honest, they're nice and small. Is the Coelophysis, putting them right there in the front. Give people a chance to see a dinosaur right away, and as you can see, it's definitely packed up here. Sorry. And that's usually how it goes at a zoo. I mean, that first exhibit, no matter what it is always just so packed full of people. And these guys are not even really seen, they're just kind of hanging out in the back. They don't really care. There's quite a few of them. Okay, well, we have lots of exploring to do, but this is a very cool habitat. We'll see if we get back around to it at some point. But we are going to go into Cloverly Canyon. What a beautiful name. And a nice little outdoor eating area, a little bakery, ice cream store. So let's see what our first dinosaur on this side is going to be. I'm sure. It looks like it is. Oh, that is right. So the user who made this park, they made some habitats that do not have dinosaurs in them yet. So they have dinosaurs that hopefully will be added in the future. But it looks like that's a Deinonychus or a Raptor or something like that. So that's going to be a future environment or habitat for them once that gets released down the line for this game. Looks like we got Acrocanthosaurus over here. Pretty large habitat for them. I don't see them. That's a nice little area for them to go in. Kind of like their back of house holding. Oh, there they are. There's one right there. Onto the main road here. More Acrocanthosaurus viewing opportunities, which is pretty cool to see. Because you know you need multiple. Because every time you go to the zoo, you can never see the animal that you want to see because they're always hanging out in the back, which great for them because they deserve to have the opportunity to choose where they would like to go if they're able to. I think that's really a good thing for animals and human care. But I don't know about a dinosaur. I'm sure they have the same feelings. Like they just say they don't really feel like being around people. I mean, I feel that way too sometimes. Okay, anyway. Oh, the boardwalk. What is the boardwalk? Now it looks like we have a full staff only area. Staff only beyond this point. I didn't know that you could do that in this game. That you can designate paths like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's take a walk on the boardwalk and see what we can find. I hear lots of hooting and hollering, but I can't. Okay. We got Lambeosaurus and Parasaurolophus. As I said, the best dinosaur. And I don't have time to argue with that statement, so yeah. We got Styracosaurus in here as well. Now, if you can see, you can kind of tell that that Styracosaurus right there is grazing those plants right there. Now, that is something that they added in this update, where the dinosaurs will graze on things, and it just adds so much realism to the game. Because yes, the dinosaurs in Jurassic World. Oh, look at that little guy. Look at him. He's doing a little dance. I can't. This game is just too good. In Jurassic World Evolution 2, the dinosaurs eat from, the plants and everything, but they don't graze. So like herbivores graze. That's what they do. They eat. They're big cows, basically. And so these guys now graze as a part of their animations, and it's just so cool to see. Canadian wetlands. Okay, this is very cool. Yeah, we got Montosaurus in there. This is a whole different viewpoint. It's just as pretty. I love when they do the little dance thing. It's another little dance thing. It's gonna get real excited here in a second. Yep. Just way too much fun. But yeah, that's an example of like this grazing that I was talking about. They grade just like this, yeah. They kind of decide, well, I want to get that one at the top. Okay, we gotta keep. We're spending way too much time watching the leaves. But yeah, this game is so amazing for, you know, still being in early access and still having a couple more updates to go until its full release. You gotta pick it up though. It's so worth it, and you're just gonna find more to love each time you go back into it. I highly recommend this. And even if you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. Download a user-created park, do what I'm doing, explore it like this, or just kind of go into a full park and explore, you know, explore using the tools that they have. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's like a, looks like an air traffic control tower, but it's like a security tower that obviously the security team works, keeps eyes on the park and on the dinosaurs. Very interesting, very nice little touch there. Okay, well we're about to enter Hell Creek, so here we go. Let's see what we can find in here. Now in this habitat we have Ankylosaurus, looks like Montosaurus as well, and Triceratops. And over here we got the one and only T-Rex. With babies and everything. They're just so stinking cute. Did want to take a real look over here. This is just really pretty. Really pretty view. See what we can find. Can we go up here? Okay, so we got a nice little overview of this habitat as well. Jump on top, hopefully I don't fall in and get eaten. Swim over there, it's always nice to cool off. Oh, you're very close to the dinosaurs over here. There's a lot happening. This game feels more like a documentary every single time I play it. Now we're gonna go back and check out the T-Rex again. I feel like we kind of left them in the dust, which is not fair, because they have an incredible habitat, and it's called the T-Rex experience, and we have to try it. It looks like you can go inside this viewing gallery over here. So we're gonna go and see how we can get inside there. That must be the experience part of this habitat. So, nice little skeleton on the outside. So we go up. So go through, I'm guessing. Wow. Very cool. Now we are inside their habitat. We're inside their habitat. Let's see what else is in here. It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. Wait, hold on. Are we in their nest? That is crazy. Oh my gosh, where's Roland Tembo when you need him? Seriously. He'd be all about this. There would be traps everywhere. It would be awful, but he'd be all about it. Oh, that's so cool. It really isn't like the experience. It's like you go into the bear den at the zoo. Wow. Very impressive. We're gonna head back down. I had to guess what's in here. It'd definitely be Velociraptor. I would have to put it on everything that it's a Velociraptor in here, or something something feathery. I think I can hear them already. Yep, I hear them. Look at them in their little house. That's just amazing. And look at that, guests can actually look in and see them, unlike a certain game that guests can't seem to see the dinosaurs when they're walking right next to them and looking inside a giant gaping hole of a fence. But that's just me. Okay, we got Velociraptor over there. We got Psittacosaurus in here. And Protoceratops. Got a nice little mixed habitat. Very nice. We also got babies. We got little fluffy babies running around. Good for them. Alright, now we've made it back to the front area of the park, and we are going to hang a left this time and head in this direction because I think this is where the giants are, the Jurassic giants. And I know I'm right. I can hear them a mile away.